co-chairman of ICAP Women Wing, Honorable Mayam Gokar and Dr. Nanini, Mr. Park, and Mr. Moshale, on behalf of Malaysia and my party, Malaysian Chinese Associations, a good afternoon to all the delegates in this hall. Especially I saw there are still many men here. Thank you very much for your interest in women affairs. Now, Malaysia performance in annual General Gaps Index year 2018 was still at a very poor performance, which is ranked out of 149 countries, we rank 101. Now, the numbers of women headships and involvement, accumulations, violence against females, and enhancing women economic empowerment still below necessity. And the limitation engagement of women in all aspects of peace and security, as well as national development planning and budgeting. Now, the numbers of women candidates who contested just recently last year during the 14th general election, as well as the seat won by women candidates, was still low in Malaysia. The percentage of female nomination for both government and opposition's political party still do not achieve the gender quotas of 30%. Currently, the women representative on decisions-making body still do not achieve the minimum targets of 30%. At Parliament House, the lower house, is 14% out of 222 members are women member of parliament. And out of 70 senators, 19.4% are women. 11.3% out of 505 women state assembly is only 11.3%. So a total of 9 women were appointed as minister and deputy minister in the Malaysia cabinet. In this case, in fact, I'm using this international platform to recommend that we have to enact a law to increase the party-based gender quota at least of 30% reservations or proportionate representations of women in the electoral system and decisions-making level. This sense of strategic will help women to build credibility and gain equal presence as men to the voter in the next general election. In order to improve the status of women, it is more effective to ensure the right and interests of women through the revisions of national policy and law. For example, the Independent Police Complaint of Misconduct Commission, or we short form it as IPCMC, bill, the members of commissions, task force, complaint committee should be gender balanced or at least 30% women. And I also like to take this opportunity to recommend the enactment of Gender Equality Act, which will give women power of engaging and solidarity to create awareness on gender equality. The enactment will recap women about their standpoint and against any pervasive exploitation by men, as well as moral standpoint, again, overall liberal issue of personal autonomy by others. In fact, women in Malaysia do not grant equal right as men with respect to the nationality of the children, marriage, and family relations. The conflict judgment from both the Sharia courts and civil court in Malaysia for maternal dispute seem as a barrier for women grant equal right, same as men. So that's so much about the country, because actually there are so many issues that needs to brought up to discuss. But as we were only given 5 minutes, and so in fact there was many paragraphs that I have to omit out from my presentation. Since I'm representing MCA, that is the Malaysian Chinese Association, I would like to talk a little bit on my party. Now, the National Women Wing of Malaysia Chinese Associations was established in 1972, need to continue to support more women in decision-making position as well as political arena, although women member has increased from 18% in 1972 to 42.25% in 2019. MCA Women Division Delegate consists of 38.54%, and Center Delegate is 21.42%. MCA is one of the political parties in Malaysia working on giving more participations to give full support of the policy of 30% women participation. MCA support the government to strengthen the law to protect safety and interests of minors in Malaysia. For example, the government should support the law reform on Marriage and Divorce Act to resolve the issue of unilateral conversions of minors. And would like to call on the government to be concerned about the issue of stateless children and to review the citizenship application process for children to be granted the rights to education, healthcare, and as citizens for Malaysia. Call on to the government to look into the child marriage, as Malaysia has committed to eliminated violence against children and ensure the safety of children. Malaysia has committed to ensure free and full consent to marriage according to the Conventions on Rights of the Child and Conventions on the Elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. So that's much for my speech. Thank you. But I have some recommendations to ICAP. As you can see that I'm speeding in my speech to be in that 5 minutes. And we feel that so many of us have flew hours and hours, like for us, more than 10 hours to reach here. And there are so many things that we could discuss. I would like to suggest to ICAP in future, do split up the youth wing and the women's wing so that we have the whole morning and afternoon to discuss on women matter. Instead of we rush and each of us were given 4 to 5 minutes. And I don't see what can that help the women empowerment. Do you agree with me? Yes, we have to have more times to discuss. And that's what, and another thing, there are so many times that I can't understand, the rest were not speaking English. And the translator, the equipment were not given to us. Can't we get the equipment just using our text? And we are asked that we have to produce passport. And we leave our passport in a room. So I think this is something, because I just listened just now to the Thai delegates. I just came from the IPA in Bangkok. And congratulations, Dr. Danini, that was very well organized. I mean, I would like to say so much about Baku, because it's really very impressive. but I save it after my 5 minutes so that I can tap more. And this is the skill. And I think that we should give her more time to discuss on women matter. Okay, thank you.